Well, welcome back, Air Gunners. This is Zach from the Shooter Zone, where we are always staying on target. Alright, we're back with the Ghost today. So this is the number 2 video on this. And number 1, just to clarify, this is a 25 caliber. And I know I said 18 grain pellets last time, but no, they're 25.39 JSBs. So again, just to clarify on that. Alright, so this is what we're going to do today. I pretty much ran through all this kind of stuff last time on the gun. And again, there's plenty of videos out there giving you the basics on these. But today I just wanted to focus on shot count and feet per second. Again, being that I am running at 25.39 grains, which are considered the light pellets for this and not the heavies, I do have the regulator set at 100 bar. So keep that in mind. And the power wheel is set at minimum. So that'll give you a good idea then where my settings are. As far as fill, I'm just over 200 bar, about 210 bar. And what I'll do is I'll put 20 shots through it. We'll check the pressure in the bottle and see where we're at. And then we'll continue to run some shots through it to see how many we get. And I have the camera this time set up on the Crony. So this way I don't forget to read off the numbers each time. You'll be able to see them. Alright, so we're going to keep it simple. And I'm just going to lay some shots out there. And we'll see what we get. I am, just for the fun of it, going to be shooting at little steel gong out there, so pretty sure we have the Crony set up okay. Let's just see. That should take it off of safety. 829 feet per second. Okay, I don't have to read them off to you. You're going to be able to see it. All right. And that's 10. Let's just check the pressure just for the heck of it. I mean, we barely used any. Barely. So let's do this. Let's fill it up again with 10 more shots. And we'll see where we go from there. Again, this thing is extremely accurate, which is what you expect, obviously, from a rifle of this price. And it is all it's said to be. This thing is well made. It is fun to shoot, accurate, as I have said, and very adjustable as far as power between the regulator and the power wheel. Got all kinds of adjustments on this, and both easily adjusted as well. Externally on the regulator, has a little wheel up front that you turn, which I'll show you in a second. Again, and you've probably seen this before, just a little wheel right here, turns either way. If you're screwing it in, it then lowers the pressure. If you screw it out, then it raises the pressure. Okay, let's put 10 more shots through this. Mr. Groundhog is taking a beating. I think this is the last one. Yeah. All right, let's check it again. Again, I think we've only gone down, I don't know, 10 bar or something like that. So again, we're not consuming very much. Let's load 10 more into it. And as you can see, the consistency on the regulator is really nice. Speed this up a little bit so you don't have to bear through all this. All right, let's do 10 more. A little bit windy here today, as always. I'm not even going to check to see where we're at. Let's just load another 10 in. All right, let's do the next 10. All right. $9.23 on that last one, so you know, we're climbing a little bit, which again sometimes could be normal. It's not necessarily abnormal. But let's run another 10 through here and see what we got. Let's check the pressure here. We're about 150 bar right now. So 40 shots in, we've used 50 bar. Maybe 60. And just so you know, the point of impact hasn't really changed. I'm just kind of dialing in my scope just a little bit here today. The wind is blowing quite a bit, so again, it's just moving it a little bit. So I'm just dialing in the scope just a little bit for today. As most of you know, air guns aren't like powder burners. Typically, you'll pull them out, and you may need to adjust a click here or a click there every time you pull it out. Differences in temperature and humidity and things like that, wind, all make a difference on pellet guns. So, all right, let's put another 10 through it and see where we're at. All right, those look like they're a little bit more back down to normal. Let's just see where we're at. We got plenty to go. Let's load it up with another 10. I can't remember if that was 50 or 60. But I'll count when we get the video going. So you don't have to. All right. All right, 905 on the last one. Let's run this next one through and see where we're at. I think we're getting to be close. So it'll be this mag or the next mag. Then we'll be down closer to that 100 bar. I'll stop just above 100 bar. All right, 10 more. think that's it. Let me check. Nope, got one more. All right, so we're dropping just a little bit. Yeah, and we're right down on the line now. So there you go. How many shots was that? Were you counting? I'm not sure if I was. I think that was 60, but I'll double check that. And so again, the last mag, you know, we started to drop just a little bit on velocity, but point of impact stayed the same. As I mentioned last time, you know, most people like these pellets flying at about 850 or so. I like them at that or a little bit above, but we can see that even when it drops a little bit of feet per second, point of impact really hasn't changed. And so that's what's most important to me. I don't mind a little bit of fluctuation, even if it's a regulated air gun. Again, what it all comes down to in the end is the point of impact hitting where it needs to hit. And I'd rather have an air gun that may fluctuate a little bit in feet per second, but the point of impact stay the same, than have a rifle that the feet per second and stays exactly the same, but the point of impact isn't always the same. So again, it's all relative. Again, we just want to make sure that whatever we're doing with these air guns, that it translates into having a tight group and stable point of impact. And again, that really depends also on how many yards you're going to be shooting. Obviously, that makes a difference between if you're shooting 50 yards and it may be extremely consistent, and then you get out to 100 yards and maybe that slight fluctuation may not be as consistent. Not 100% sure. Also, again, if you're shooting fast versus maybe a little slower and a little bit more consistent, that sometimes can affect how much air enters into the plenum as well. Again, you wouldn't think it would, but in my experience, the faster you shoot, you know, it does tend to make a little bit of difference on how much air gets into that plenum. Then that translates into a little bit of fluctuation into feet per second. The slower you shoot, typically you're giving everything time to kind of resettle. The faster you shoot, even though you think these things would, you know, all happen in a microsecond, and they typically will happen extremely fast, I don't know, what I find is it does make a little bit of a difference whether you're shooting fast rapid fire or whether you're taking your time and taking 2 or 3 seconds between shots before you make the next shot. All right, so that's all this is going to be about today. Just that. Hopefully you get something out of this. Somebody asked me the question, which is why I'm making this video, and it's an excellent question to have. So here you go. Do with it what you will. All right, till the next time, shoot lots, be safe, and we'll see you again soon. And if you haven't liked this page yet, please click below and like the page. If you haven't gone to our Facebook page, the Shooter Zone, go there and like that as well. And our new page, BroCock Daystate USA on Facebook, go there and like that as well. And I'll put the links down below for that. So again, be safe, shoot lots. We'll see you again soon. Take care now.